Hello everybody, in this tutorial I will show you how to build a dedicated server for Steam using Unreal Engine 4.19.2 from source. Alright, let's get started. First of all, you will have to download the Advanced Session plugin from Unreal Engine forums. I will link it in the description down below. But this is the Advanced Session plugin right here for 4.19. You will have to make a folder called plugins in your Unreal Engine project root folder. So this is the folder you will have to make. This is Advanced Session plugin. And yeah, next step, to implement Steam, you'll have to make a folder called Engine. Make a new folder called binaries. Third party, let me see exactly, engine binaries third party Steamworks. Steam v139. And in here you'll have two folders in Windows 32 and Windows 64, but you can get them from here from Unreal Engine source, Unreal Engine binaries, third-party Steamworks, Steam v139. So copy these folders right here. Alright, now next step, go to plugins, online platform, and make sure the online subsystem Steam is enabled, as well as online subsystem null, and online subsystem utils, and the online subsystem. And you also want to make sure that these two plugins are enabled as well. Right, now that we've done that, restart the project. Server guide, this is it, yes. Okay. Alright, I was just checking, sorry. Now that you've done that, and when you click standalone game, oh, I need to open Steam, yeah. So open up Steam. Yeah, I may have to restart the game, not the engine, the standalone game. Yeah, restart. Oh, and one more thing, we need to write something in the default engine .ini before it will work. I don't think it works now. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so not here. Okay, no. Here, not binaries config default engine.ini. And I will paste in the description what you need to write here, and I will also explain you. Okay, so I'll paste this up, And here we have engine.game engine, online subsystem Steam, Steam NetDriver, and core.log. This is only for the dedicated server. And here, Steam Dev App ID and Steam App ID. 480 is the test Steam App ID, which is for spaceware. So if you have a custom app ID, you need to switch from 480 to your custom app ID everywhere you write this right here. Okay. For testing purposes, I will use 480. So save it, restart the engine. Wait. Okay. Restart the engine. Yes. Okay, so now it should show up, the Steam overlay, I mean. Okay, yeah, it showed up. Yeah, spaceware, it's working. Now I will show you some stuff I did, and yeah. So first of all, I followed Pyro's tutorial on how to make a main menu for Steam sessions, but not for the dedicated server. I just wanted to make the UMG because I am not experienced in creating UI. So this is my main menu right here, and it only has 2 buttons: find games and quit. And right here, when you click find server, it will clear the server content, and it will cast to my game instance, and it will find the server if there are any servers. This button right here will make this thing show up or not, and this will quit the game. Okay, I will show you my find server function right here. So I'm basically setting the visibility of the loading wheel, which is this right here, and then I'm finding sessions. I'm getting the length, I'm printing it, then I do a for each loop, and I add all the servers, I list them in the server content. Yeah, and on completed, it just hides the loading wheel. Okay, yeah, so this is right here. Oops. Then the server info. So right here we have server name, which gets the data, the extra settings, then gets session property string, and converts it to text. This gets the ping of the server, and this right here, this gets the current players and the max players. You're wondering here why I'm not just getting... Yeah, in 4.19 this doesn't work because this only works for Steam authentication. This will always return 0. But in 4.20 it came up, but I'm waiting for the latest 4.20. it will work. But for now we'll have to use this. So get session property in setting name p. Okay, now we'll make a main menu map. Empty level, known right here. I'll just save it to my maps folder and call it main menu. Okay. Now right here, open level blueprints. Wait a second. I made some notes right here. Okay, so event begin play. You will want a branch. Then is dedicated server. So we are checking if we are dedicated server, if we are create advanced session. Now make array. Make literal session property string and one more, which is the current players. Make literal session property integer. So we'll have n. Wait. And right here, this will be our server name, but not the Steam master list server name, the one that will appear when you are looking for the server. So I will call it EU dedicated server guide game, and this will be p, and we'll just leave it as 0 because we are not setting it here. We are setting it in the game mode. On false we'll create a widget, which will be our main menu, and we'll promote it to a variable. Add to viewport. Now set input mode game and UI. Player controller will be get player controller. In widget to focus, it will be our main menu widget. In mouse lock mode, do not lock, set this to false, and get player controller again. This will be set show mouse cursor to true. Alright, on success, print string. The print strings are only for debugging, you don't really have to make them, but if something doesn't work out, it is the best to debug the problem, and this is how you find problems, if there are any. Okay, absolute, yeah, it should be true, and listen. And right here, you will want third person. Yeah, I think this is third person example map. Alright, now for these settings you will want 100 here, 0, I mean public connections, the maximum players you want in your game, so set it to whatever you want, set it to 100. Use LAN no, allow invites true, is dedicated server true. Use presence false, allow join via presence false. You need to set this to false because dedicated servers won't work with presence. Allow join via presence false. Anti-cheat protected. This must match what we wrote in our default engine.ini. So right here we said use presence false and VAC enabled 1, this means true. So it should be true. No, yes. Okay, so these are the settings. Okay, we have finished creating this. Now I will go in project settings. Maps and modes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all good right here. Now third person example map. No, this will be main menu. And main menu. Known and main menu. Right here. This will be our game instance I just showed you. And I'll just export this. Okay, so we have created the main menu. We are creating dedicated server, we are finding it, and we are also joining it. Now we need to do some C++ stuff. So yeah, well, first of all I will just, no, not this, I'll open Visual Studio. Yeah. It is already open right here. So what you need to do now, let me read my notes real quick. Dedicate server guide.h. Okay, source dedicate server guide.h. Okay, you'll want engine, real network, online. So include engine.h, real network, and online. Okay, save it. In your build.cs, okay, you will want using a real build tool, stand your ground module rules, public stand your ground. Stand your ground is my game. I'm just reading some notes I made from my game. Okay, read only target base. Public dependency module names at range, core view object, engine input core. We don't need the head mounted display, but anyway. Online subsystem and an online subsystem utils. So I'll just add it after this. Okay, and now private dependency module names. So do this, dot add an online subsystem, and you will also want this. dynamically loaded module names that add online subsystem Steam. Okay, we also finished this part. Dedicated server guide.target.cs. So this will be here. So, okay, base target, type target, type game, extra modules, be uses Steam, true. And I know it's the same thing, but we will also add, wait, okay, extra module names that add range, new string, dedicated server guide. Okay, save it up. And now what you will need to do, also set Unreal Engine 4 as startup project. So right click and set a startup project right here. Okay, give it a few seconds. Yep. Now you will want to close Unreal Engine, and now you will just you will need to duplicate this and name it something else. So no, oh, okay, here, source. You'll want to do the following steps. Paste it right here. Dedicate server guide server .target.cs. Oh wait, not here. Actually, let me close this up. Here, add existing item, and right here, source, dedicate server guide server.target.cs add. Yeah, so we have this right here. Open it up, and now you will want to do the following steps. You will have this line on top under using. Wait. Okay. Here target rules. That's good. Base target, target info, base target. Oh, here the server guide server. Server guide server. Okay. Target info, target base target, target type dot server. Use system true, extra module names.net. It's the same thing right here, so it doesn't really matter what you're doing. Not add dedicated server guide. Okay. Q. I think this is all we have to do here. Yeah, it's all we have to do here. Right now, you are at the point where you will want to modify the engine before you will build as development server. So just set this at development server right here. If you're not using a source build version of Unreal Engine, you will not get this option. So we finished this thing. Now we'll go, wait, give me a second. Online session async server Steam. So close this up. Can open this. Okay. Unreal Engine 4 source. No, plugins. Online. Subsystems. Steam. Source. Private. Online session async server steam.cpp. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so right here I have already modified the engine for my game, but I will show you how I did it. So in online session async server Steam, you will want Steam product name and Steam gate here as case sensitive, so it will be stand your ground, for example, with lowercase letters. But spaceware is with has a big letter right here. I don't know how to say it in English, sorry about that. So yeah, you will want Steam product name to convert it, to make it SPN, because you will get warnings about these long names. The Steam game tags have a very low number of characters in total, so all the Steam tags need to have a low number of characters. So this is why these need to be short: SPN, SGDir, and SGDesk. So these are too long right here, and this is a mistake. So if you have spaceware, if you are using spaceware, go ahead and define SPN spaceware. So I commented it right here. So it will be, instead of this, it will be spaceware. Same for this. And this can be whatever you want it to be in Steam Mastery. So let me show you real quick. Right here, if you are going to Steam, to view servers, stand your ground right here is my game, but this name was set using the SGDesk, as you can see. So you can set this to whatever you want. Alright, so I will undo these changes, because I wanted to stay this way for my game. Alright, so yeah, you will want to do the following: line 20, line 21, line 22. Just go to line 344, 344, 343, 343. Okay, so this right here need to match what you have written in the define. So it will be define SPN. Wait. Set product SPN, so it won't be Steam product name. This was Steam product name, but I changed it to SPN. Same for this, SGDir, and set game description SGDesk. So make sure these are the ones you written in the defines. So again, these don't need to be Steam product name, Steam game tier, and Steam game desk. These need to be these abbreviations. So SPN, SGDir, and SGDesk. One more thing. SGDir is referenced also on line 772. 774, as you can see. So this was Steam game dir, now it is Steam SGDir. So please be sure to that all the references are correct, and the defines match the references you find on line 343, 342, 772, and 344. I will also make some notes in the description. Now on line 136, I mean 136, but it's easy to say this because I'm not from US, I'm from Romania. 136. Yeah, right here. So I changed this text to SYG because this again session owning username is too long. This is a long oh, okay, this is a very long number right here, so you will want to make something shorter, so text SYG 3 letters or banana or whatever. So it will be text SYG right here, not session owning username. So make sure this line matches your line. Okay, now one more thing. In online subsystem Steam, actually I haven't finished yet right here. Okay, F online async task Steam create server finalize. We'll want to go to that right now. So let me find this function or whatever it is. Session, okay, F online, no. So again, F online async, okay, let me look for that. F string, now this is stick. Never mind, let me just look for it, so I will try to find it. It was Control F, yeah, okay. Yeah, right here. So it's a function void F online async task Steam create server finalize. So on yeah, it will be session owning username. Wait, let me look for it. This is how you set this is how you set your game name in the server browser, but let me look for it. No, this is stick, where is it? Okay, it should be, oh, here it is, session owning username F string. Yeah, so set this to whatever you want. I think it is the server name. Yeah, it is a server name, not the game name. If I'm wrong, please write in the comments. So yeah, it was session owning username, session owning user ID 2 strings. So this is the long number I told you about. It is an ID. So you want an F string with your own name. Now you will want to go in find session callback proxy.cpp. This is in the online subsystem utils. Find session callback proxy. Okay, and line 46. Yeah, this line, I commented this line, so it wasn't commented before. You need to comment this so dedicated sessions can be found. All right, just make sure you commented this out. Now we'll want to go in online subsystem steam.cpp. So close this up and go to online subsystem steam. I don't really remember where the class was. Online subs, no. So it's here about okay, online subsystem steam.cpp. You'll want to go to line 190 right here, so it will be relaunch app ID. It was 0 before, so set it to 480 if you are using the space for app ID, which is 480. This is my custom app ID. So if you have a custom app ID, just write it here. Okay, and now you need to do the same thing on line 343. So this integer right here, relaunch app ID, it should be 480 if you have this ID and you don't have a custom app ID. So it should be this. Alright, now, okay, find session callback proxy, we did it already, online session, sync server Steam. So, yeah, I think this is all we have to do for now. Okay, one more thing, I told you already, but you need to make sure that you have this SPN, SGDIR, SGDesk everywhere. So every reference. So if you want to find out where this defined right here is reference, just select it and click Ctrl F on your keyboard and go where it is. Okay, and it is better just to look for this team product name. So this shouldn't exist anywhere right here. So Ctrl F. Wait, this isn't anywhere because I changed all the references to SPN. Okay, good. So right now, you will have to build a dedicated server. So to do this, just right here select dedicated server and right click on your solution and click build solution. Give it a few seconds. If you are doing this for the first time, it will take about 3 hours. So just wanted to let you know, it will take a very long time. For me, it shouldn't take so long because I have done it before. In the description, I will put all my tutorial notes in the description, so in case you miss something or you don't understand something I say, sorry for my bad English anyway, you will be sure that you did everything correct. I have also researched this a lot because I had a lot of problems with it. It didn't work in 4.18, so it really was a headache for me because I had to update to 4.19 from source. And now when 4.20, the latest 4.20 comes out, I will upgrade to 4.20 because it has Steam authentication and you don't need, it will fix a lot of bugs that you will have and you cannot fix in the dedicated server. So just give it a few seconds, 1 or 2 minutes to compile. And if you want afterwards, you can also build as development editor. I will do it. I will also show you a little trick I did to start a dedicated server, and I will tell you, I will leave in the description a website to host virtual servers, which I used and is very good, and I will tell you what you need to do to host your server successfully. Okay, so build succeeded. I will also build a development editor. Build solution. I don't think it will, but if development editor build will take a longer time, I will just pause the video. Okay, I will pause the video. Right guys, I'm back and it finished compiling. Now I want, never mind, I will open the project. Wait a second, right here, open it up. Actually, let me check something first. Editor, server guide, and now, yeah, I will open the project. So dedicate server guides.u project. All right. We can close this right now. Okay, so it opened. Right now we will want to go to Window, Project Launcher, and we'll want to make a new launch profile. So I will call it dedicate server guide server for project right here. Select your Real Engine 4, your project, open. Yeah, configuration development, advanced searching. Okay, for cook, right here. You want by the book. And you will want to select Windows Server. Okay, so select Windows Server. For cultures, you can select all cultures, but I will only select English. And for cooked maps, I will cook all of them. Why not? Or yeah, I will cook all of them. Okay. And now I will see something here. Include no, generate no, create release no, advanced settings, encrypt in a file, store all content in a single file. So select that and also this. Okay. Package and store locally. And here is this edition now. I will make a publish folder right here. Okay. Yeah. Alright. And now here for deploy archive now, deploy, do not deploy. Now, do not deploy, launch. Okay. So yeah, I think this is all we want here. So guys, server, let me check this again. Okay, and now I will build the server. I will try at least. I unfortunately cannot show you if it will work because my vServer expired, and I'll probably renew it after a couple of weeks. But if it will work for you, please write down in the comments, and if it doesn't, please write down in the comments as well, and I will try to help you. I will post all the notes I made in the description, I already said that, and probably some links and images as well. So give it a few seconds to build the game. If this will take longer than about 5 minutes, I will pause the video. Okay, I will pause the video again. Alright guys, so it finished building the server. It is successful, as you can see. Don't worry about this warning, this really doesn't matter. And yeah, now next step we need to do. Yeah, I guess you can close Unreal Engine from here. Let me close this up. Oops. Yeah, right here. Go to Publish, Windows Server, and this is your server. Now I need to do some stuff here. So in dedicated server guide binaries Windows 64, you'll want to make a text document and call it Steam App ID, and this will be 480. Oh, oops, 480. Now, next step. No, not here. Here, yeah. So from Windows 64, make sure you paste this right here. Alright, so this will fix an error you will be getting when you're running the server. And to actually run the server, I made a batch file. Wait a second, let me see how it looks. Okay. So, open Notepad++ or whatever. And do this. Wait, first of all, let me choose a programming language. Okay. Start. Put this right here, and then write this. I will actually paste this in the description as well. And from here, dedicated server guide server.exe is your file, the file you want to open. Okay, now just save it, and we'll save it in quick access. Okay, here. Unreal Engine source projects, publish server. Okay, here, and you can call it whatever you want. I just wanna call it this way, and press save. Now whenever you want to run your server, double click this file. Okay, now to actually be able to host the server, you will need to open some ports in firewall for the ZEP hosting virtual server. But if you're hosting it at home, you need to port forward your router for 2 ports, which are let me write them down for you. The following ports are 27015 and 7777, for both UDP and TCP. So depending on your router, you can select to open them for both UDP and TCP. Or if you are doing any firewall, you need to do it 4 times for each incoming and outcoming port. So basically we'll write 27015 2 times for UDP and TCP. This will be in incoming, and 2 times 7777 for UDP and TCP, and this will be incoming, and then we have to do the same thing in outcoming. So I won't show you guys because this is not the server, but this is what you have to do. Okay, so again, to open your server, just double click this right here, and it should work. I can test it just to see if it works, but it won't actually host the server. The procedure entry point. Oh, okay. Could not be logged in the dynamic link library. Steam client 64. Okay. But it still works. Okay, let me see why that doesn't work real quick. It should work fine, I guess. Okay, this, boom. Let me check something. Anyway, if you are getting that error, that doesn't really matter. But let me check here. Yeah, I deleted that. Okay. Let me check a picture I made, a screenshot. Okay, right. It should work fine. I don't know why you're getting that error though. Let me try again. Okay, now I will show you how to make the current players show correctly using the game mode. So, you will go to third person C++ maps and third person example map. Okay, now the game mode right here should be the dedicated server guide game mode. I mean, now we'll look for this. Yeah. And we will create a blueprint class based on the dedicated server guide game mode. I'll just call it BP or now GM. Okay, put it wherever you want. I'll put it into my blueprints folder. Create blueprint class. Alright, now you will select this right here, and this one here is correct. Now what you wanna do is open the game mode, go to event graph, and you have two events right here on post login and on logout. Wait a second. Event on logout, this is it. Okay, now what you wanna do. So there are two options to do this. I have tested one of them. It is working. I had some problems with it, like I think another thing from my game bugged this code, and it didn't work pretty well, but before I wrote that buggy code, it was working very well. So I will just use this, and I'll show you the other option as well if this doesn't work for you. We'll do an is valid for get game state. Now you will get the player array. This is an array for all player states. Okay, and now we'll do a get. And we will check this, so if it is valid. I'm doing this because my current players always returned 1, and I think there is an existing game state, player state I mean. I don't know, so I'm just checking for the first one to see if it is a valid game state. Player state, sorry. And now we will get the unique net ID. Alright. And after this you will get is valid unique net ID. Okay. And now we will do a select integer. And the first one will be this right here. Right. Okay. Length. Oops. Wait. second. Nice, and the second one will be get game state, get player ride length -1. So basically it's this right here, but -1. Okay, let me put this right here, because these need to be gold from both events. So when a player joins the game, when a player joins the game, it will do this, and when it leaves the game, it will do the same thing. Okay, now after you select an integer right here. Oh, actually, I made this because is valid unique net ID. If the first unique ID is not valid, it will decrease it, but if it is, it will just be how it was before. So nothing will change. Okay. Now we will make literal session property int session property int with the key p, because we are creating let me open the main menu to show you what I mean. Save selected, go to blueprints, open level blueprint. As you can see, we make a literal session property integer with the key p, and in this game mode we are setting it. We are also showing it here, in the server info on players, so right here. So you get the session property int p. Here we are setting it, and here it will be part of the session, I guess. Okay, next thing we will wanna do is right here on isValid, get session settings. Okay, wait seconds. And now we'll do the following. Okay, we'll make an array. We will add or modify extra settings. So you add or modify extra settings, then you make an array for new or changed settings. Alright, wait. I wanna do some stuff here, okay. And now you will, for settings array, this will be the extra settings. Okay. Next step, we'll update the session. Using our modified settings. And public connections 100, private use LAN, it will be isLAN, allow invites, here allow join progress, is dedicated server, is anti-cheat name located, that isn't here. And on success we will just print a string. So again, this is for debugging. We'll say session updated successfully. this string will be printed in the server log because the game mode is server only, and we'll do another print string. Session failed to update. Okay, now I'll show you the other. Oh, well, let me arrange this stuff here. I don't like how it looks. It is good to make sure that you are able to see very clear what is going on here. Later, if you have problems, to solve them. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. That other option will get all actors of class and of class the player controller or player controller. So get all actors of class. If you have another player controller in your game mode, so if you have something else here, make sure that you select the class that you have here in the player controller class, but I have this. Okay, next we'll do a length. Oh, by the way, I'm not getting all actors of class. My character, the player character, this default pawn class, because it appears that the player controller spawns before the character. So getting the character will always return 0 or 1, I don't really remember, but getting all player controllers should return the correct value. Okay, now we'll do make literal session property string. Oh, actually we just need to do the same thing from here. So these are different ways of setting the current players. Again, in 4.20 the node get current players will work because Steam authentication is enabled, and player 4.20 is out now, but I'm waiting for the latest version. So do this, put this right here, and just connect this to get session settings. And the same thing, you do this for both event on post login and on logout. Okay, the project will be also available in the downloads on Meg, I mean. So yeah, this is how you set up the game mode. Okay guys, so just wanted to let you know that this error right here, wait, give me a second. This error right here, this is not a problem. This only occurs when you are running Steam, and of course in a dedicated server you shouldn't have Steam running. So give me a second to show you if I close Steam, because it actually takes the DLL from the Steam install, and you need to take it from the Unreal Engine source folder. So now it doesn't give us any error, so it works perfectly. That error, it was my mistake. You don't need to run Steam in a dedicated server, so I forgot to tell you that, and I forgot Steam opened. And one more thing I wanted to tell you is that right here, if you have a custom app ID, in Steamworks, you will want to go to app admin, your game application and dedicated servers, and right here you will want your seeder, I think that's what's it called, CIDR. Okay, this is what it's called. And you basically get the IP from your server and you go to this site. CIDR, and if you have only one IP, you'll write the same thing from in this text box. You write the same thing as this text box. So, for example, I have my IP right here. So, no, wait. I have to write it. So 134.255.218.24. Okay, and you write the same thing above, because you only have one IP. If you have more IPs, you write the last one here and the first one here. And now you click convert, and you will get this. So you copy this and you paste it right here, and right here, dedicated game server information. The product name must match what you have wrote in Visual Studio in the Steam product name and the Steam game dir. We shortened it to SPN and SGDIR. So I had stand your ground with lowercase letters there, and I have the same thing here. You put here the latest version and the Steam browser name. So this is the how your game will show in Steam master list. Okay, so that is all. I hope you will get it working. If you encounter any problems, please let me know. And that's it. Goodbye.